November the 2nd, 1932, the day when Australia waged a war against Emus, the war which lasted 1 month, 1 week and 1 day. The war which Australia lost. Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving into a truly bizarre yet fascinating tale from Australian history, the Emu War. Picture this. It's 1932, Western Australia, post-World War I. The country's veterans, many of whom were farmers, were promised fertile lands to cultivate. But there's a catch. The Great Depression hit hard, and the government's solution was to give these veterans farmland in Western Australia. Sounds promising, right? Here's where it gets interesting. The promised fertile lands happened to be infested with drumroll emus, thousands of them, and these flightless birds weren't too keen on sharing their newfound grazing area with the newcomers. Laughing. So, what does the Australian government do? They sent in the military. Yes, you heard that right. They deployed soldiers armed with Lewis machine guns to tackle the emu problem. Now, imagine this scene. Soldiers aiming their machine guns at these agile, quick-witted birds, but there was a tiny problem. Emus are surprisingly speedy and agile, and they scattered in all directions, making them impossible targets. The soldiers underestimated their opponents. Emus proved to be quite the tactical geniuses, splitting into smaller groups, running in unpredictable patterns, and essentially making themselves bulletproof. Smirking. Can you believe it? The Emus outmaneuvered and outwitted the Australian military. The soldiers' attempt to cull the emu population turned into an embarrassing failure. But fear not, our feathered friends didn't emerge completely victorious. The government eventually withdrew the military forces, opting for a different strategy, offering subsidies for ammunition to the farmers. A more effective approach, it turned out. Eventually, over 57,000 emus were culled in a span of several months, finally giving the farmers some relief from the pest problem. And thus, the infamous Emu War came to an end. And there you have it, the peculiar tale of how Australia once waged war against emus, a story that showcases the resilience and unpredictability of nature against human intervention. Remember, even in the quirkiest of histories, there are always valuable lessons to learn. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, stay curious.